guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Merry Christmas, everybody who celebrates. Happy holidays for everybody who does not. Today, we're going to do a shard opening. I'm going to open every shard that I have here. I bought the, I got this offer. It doesn't look like it's the best Christmas offer to be fair here, but I was like, well, it's a Christmas pack. It's supposed to be good. Here it is, right? The bonus Christmas pack. So I bought 4 sacred shards, 4 legendary skill tomes, and 1,000,000 silver for $100. I'm not gonna buy $200 worth of this stuff, but this is Merry Christmas to me. This is my Christmas present, so hopefully we can pull a legendary. And just a real moment here, guys. Fast forward maybe 90 seconds if you don't care and want to get right to the shard openings. But this is the first Christmas in a long time, personally, where I feel really good about life, Not to get like super depressed on Christmas Day for you guys, but I went through a lot of loss the last decade, the last 5 years as well. My mom and my brother, both of who I was very close to, both passed away, and it's been very challenging, especially around the holidays, and didn't really want to celebrate or even think about any holidays for a long time. But now my son this is the first year that he kind of gets, the holidays and Christmas and kind of the, the meaning behind it and stuff. And it's really cool again. It's been a tough year, and normally this type of year would even take an extra toll, on my psyche right now during the holiday season. But it's been an absolute pleasure so far, to just spend time with my boy, and I think it's life's gonna be okay. Life's gonna be okay. Anyway, let's get back to Raid Shadow Legends. Hopefully you guys are having a good time with your friends, loved ones, family as well, if you're able to get out, depending on your COVID situation. So we have 31 voids, we have 5 sacreds, we have 5 ancients. Let's start with the ancients. Do you think we can get a lucky Christmas legendary today? All I'm asking for is 1 legendary. I think that's not too much to ask, right? It's the Christmas spirit. Plarium, come on. Beast Wrestler is a new rare champion, or is he not a new rare champion? I don't know. He has 100 reviews, so maybe he's not new at all. To me, he looks a little new. Did I miss him? My bad. Anyway, has a stun on the A1, cannot be revived on the A2 on a 4-turn cooldown, increases damage by 50% for the first hit on each enemy. Pretty cool champ. Beast Wrestler, he's got to be somewhat new, right? Anyway, but 100 reviews on a new champion, that's not usually the norm. Anyway, maybe we'll try him out. Did anybody invest in that dude? Beast Wrestler. Does he hit hard? Any good multipliers on that champ? Spirit Host, no thank you. We'll go farm you in campaign. And War Maiden, also a campaign farmer. And Kale. We pulled Kale. There we go. All right, so we got 31 voids and 5 sacreds. Let's do 1 sacred now, and then we'll do the other sacreds at the end of the video. So we get an epic from our first sacred, and it is Galkut. So Galkut has the decreased defense, a strong version, but not a bad shot, 50% shot on the A1. Attacks all enemies one by one in random order. Damage inflicted decreased by 25% after each hit on a 3-turn cooldown. Brutal Battering, it's a great name for that ability. It's kind of a unique ability. He also has a bomb on his Boom Barrage on a 4-turn cooldown. I mentioned this in a few videos, guys, but I would really love to see Plarium kind of focus, I should say, on kind of making bomb champions a little bit better, or buffing bombs just slightly. I don't think it needs a huge buff, but just to make it a little bit more interesting. Whisper was an Amazon Prime champion. She actually hits really hard. Good multipliers on her kit, but she's still, single target champion. I don't know. We talked about that in my legendary video yesterday. When we reviewed every legendary in the game. There's just so many single target legendary champions out there that I feel like there's a certain element of kind of redundancy on hard-hitting single-target hitters, and I like that the kind of the move that Plarium's making recently, where they're kind of moving in the direction of adding some elements to these champions' kits that make them feel a little bit more unique, So even Yarkal, the Scourge, or whatever his name is, like, he's cool. He's a single target hitter, but he has a bunch of kind of cool abilities that go along with it. I like that they're making these champions a little bit more unique than just, hey, we can hit hard. So why Firstborn? She was buffed, right? I believe she was buffed And now she does, I think this is all extra, I could be wrong here, but increase attack and increase crit damage on this champion for 2 turns if the attack kills an enemy. I believe that's new. And then attacks all enemies with a second hit if the attack is critical. This second hit, I believe this is up from 60% to 80% of the damage inflicted from the first hit. So she did receive a buff on Utter Rampage and her A1, and then she has a one enemy has the weaken, I don't know, before attacking. To me, she's still not there in terms of a champion that I'm, you know, looking to build. Again, kind of, not to belabor the point, right? But another champion that, you know, is she that unique? Did she bring anything to the table? So far, no legendaries. Come on, Christmas. Father Christmas raid. I gotta have one legendary, even if it's a dupe, to make this video worthwhile. Gear Grinder, again, I gave my opinions on him in my rare guide 2 days ago. But he has the revival, he has the kind of a small heal on an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown, and then a continuous heal on himself on the A1. He's okay, but some people are really high on him. Me, I'm kind of, I guess, middle of the road on that champion. I think he's good. If you need a reviver, he's great, obviously. I like Reliquary Tender a lot better in terms of a Void Reviver, Cold Heart. But, you know, not nice to have another rare reviver at the end of the day, no matter what, right? Better than adding just a total crap rare to the game. Let's see. 15 left here. Not seeing much here. Veteran's pretty solid for Faction Wars. Need that decreased attack, kind of tough to get in Orcs. Draconis, solid champ, especially for Scarab King. Borgoth has the shield on there, a rare with a shield. Metal Shaper, also a 2-turn cooldown shield rare champion for you guys to consider. Dagger is a really, really impressive champion. In case you missed my guide on Dagger, go ahead and check that out. She puts out some really big damage on top of having a decreased defense at a 75 or 80 if you have a sniper on a 3-turn cooldown. I think she is the new go-to decreased defense champion over War Maiden in the rare category. So definitely a champion worth getting, worth building, in my opinion, especially if you need that debuffer who you don't have to worry about affinity, right? Because she's a void. So far, man, all these voids, and I'm not seeing much here. This Christmas luck thing, apparently it's not real. Apparently it's all in my head. It sounded like a great idea. So Reliquary Tender, I mean, again, she has the 5-turn revival too, but she has Tender's Watch, which is one of the most insane abilities in the game, certainly for a rare. Removes all debuffs from all allies, then places a big continuous heal buff on them for 2 turns. I have my Reliquary Tender in a Relentless set. Great candidate for a Relentless set. She's just always healing. She's, you know, decreasing the cooldown of that revival as well. Panthera is a new rare champion and Skinwalker on the A1. She has a 3-time hitter with turn meter depletion, which is cool. On the A2, again, a 2-hitter with heal reduction. Definitely a good candidate for Giant Slayer. But again, you know, Perfect Veil and a reflect damage on this champion for 2 turns. I think she's just average. But, you know. Okay, we get an epic here. Okay, we get Basher. Basher's a really solid champion, known for really his not the block buffs, excuse me. The A2 Stinging Blast attacks all enemies, increases the cooldown of all the target skills by 2 turns. Really cool on a 3-turn cooldown. Great for the arena. Great for tag team arena if you're looking for like a control option in tag team. Interceptor is just all right. And more rares, man. Yikes! I'm hoping one of those. Hoping one of these last 4 shards. Do I have to buy the other $100 pack just to make this video worth it? Man, I hate uploading a shard pull video with no legendaries, you know? Bellower. You guys know Bellower. Good. He's good. All right. So rare. That's a lot of void shards, man. That's a lot of void shards. We got 4 sacreds left. Here we go. Give me a legendary. Okay, that's not a legendary. That's a hope. That's a hope. Hope also got a buff in the last big balance update. Increase the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn. Plays a shield buff equal to 25% of this champion's HP on all allies for 2 turns. And then AoE attack with a 75% chance of removing all buffs on a 3-turn cooldown. You guys know if you watch the channel for a while that I think Hope is a really, really, really good champion. I think she's... I don't know, underrated? I don't know. Properly rated? She's really good. We have Ripper here, another epic champion. Skinwalker on the A2, he has decreased target, damage increases as the target's HP decreases. On his A3, he has ignore 50% of the target's defense, decreases their max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted, but it's on a 5-turn cooldown. I've not built out Ripper. I've not seen anybody build him out, but Heavy Slam, it sounds like the multiplier should be insane on this. Plus the 50% target defense ignore. I don't know. I mean, with the decreased max HP, it strikes me that he could be good in against Borgoth as well. I don't know.
It's happening. It's happening.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Ew. Christmas Elegaeus. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. That's a duplicate. He's not an awful champion. I mean, I'm reacting that way because he's a dupe more so than he's bad. I don't know. A lot of kind of champions now do what he does. He has the 100% chance when booked of removing 2 random buffs from the target, also decreasing target's turn meter by 20%, and extra for every HP that he loses, essentially. Kind of a cool champion. He was a fragment summon champion. He also has a prevent death on his passive, so pretty cool champ. But you know, I don't use him. Damn it, I'm gonna do it. You know what? The worst thing is I always come up with some stupid excuse as to why it's a good idea. But this time it's like, it's Christmas. I'm gonna gift myself another Christmas pack. This one really hurts, guys. Don't judge me too hard. It's Christmas after all. I'll be right back. All right. I guess it's not that bad of a deal. I mean, it is that bad of a deal, like in terms of it's ridiculous to spend this much money on a digital mobile game. But I guess, you know, when you consider how valuable these are, how much they charge for, hey, all right, so it's an epic, but it's one of the new dudes, and he has, Achak, the Wenderin. I really struggled on this dude's name when he was, when we did the new champion review. Achak? Dude, I don't know why. Maybe you guys think I'm crazy, maybe you agree with me. But to me, he's one of the coolest looking champions. He might be the coolest looking champion in the game. Like, just, I love the aesthetic here. I don't even know why. I just really, really love it. Anyway, on the A1, is he good though? Is he good, right? He has a 50% chance of decreasing the duration of 1 random buff on the target if he's under HP burn. Also has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter if they're under freeze. Meh. On the A2, places a block debuffs buff on all allies for 1 turn, and a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's on a 4-turn cooldown though. Boy, it would be so cool if that was on a 3-turn cooldown. And then Frostfire Gale is A3 on a 3-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies. Okay. Has a 95% chance, I'm sorry, 90% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn on enemies whose attack is higher than their defense. Okay. A 90% chance of placing HP burn debuff for 1 turn on enemies whose defense is higher to or equal to or higher than their attack. Huh. It's interesting, but like, wouldn't you just rather him place freeze? Yeah. I don't know, like my inclination here is that, you know, first of all, I'm putting Sniper on him to get the 95% chance of landing those, but wouldn't you just rather have it just be an AoE 90%, 95% freeze? I guess not a bad CC champion. You know, even with the freeze, you can kind of neutralize the attackers because you don't really have to worry about the defenders. So you're CCing the attackers, and then you're doing damage over time with the HP burn, which will spread anyway. You know what? I kind of like it. Now, I'm talking myself into the Frostfire Gale ability. Let me know if you want me to build this champion out. I think I probably will. Heals all allies by 5% of their max HP every time an enemy under an HP burn debuff gets a turn. And then fills a turn meter of all allies by 10% every time an enemy under freeze debuff gets a turn. It's a pretty cool passive, especially if you put him on a freeze team. Defense in all battles by 25%. I think he's a really good champ. And he looks super cool. I'm going to build him out. I'm going to do a guide on him. He could be a legendary. I'm not saying he's as good as a legendary, but like, that's how excited I am. Fang Cleric is all right. He's good. He's an underrated healer, I think. I only have one more. $100 this crap cost. All right, give me that legendary. Give me that legend. It's Christmas. It's Christmas, player. Ah! Cananas. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the video there. We did get one legendary, and I gotta say, the guy whose name I can't pronounce, Akash, looks like a really cool champion. Guys, I hope you have a very, very happy holidays, all jokes aside. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel all year. It really, really means, you know, the world to me. This has been so much fun making this Raid Shadow Legends YouTube channel. I started not really knowing what would happen, and now, you know, a year and a half later, it truly, I really look forward to recording these videos every single day for you guys. So again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you so much for watching. Sending my love to each and every one of you, and as always, take care.